Blackstone Publishing presents The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. This book is read by Bahni Turpin. For Amanda, wherever all the pieces of you are. Author's Note. A few years ago, I wrote a book called My Best Friend's Exorcism, about two teenage girls in Charleston, South Carolina in 1988, at the height of the Satanic Panic. They became convinced that one of them is possessed by Satan, and consequently, things go poorly. That novel was written from a teenage point of view, and so the parents seemed awful because that's how parents seem when you're a teenager. But there's another version of that story, told from the parents' point of view, about how helpless you feel when your kid is in danger. I wanted to write a story about those parents, and so the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires was born. It's not a sequel to My Best Friend's Exorcism, but it takes place in the same neighborhood a few years later, where I grew up. When I was a kid, I didn't take my mom seriously. She was a housewife who was in a book club, and she and her friends were always running errands and driving carpool and forcing us to follow rules that didn't make sense. They just seemed like a bunch of lightweights. Today I realize how many things they were dealing with that I was totally unaware of. They took the hits so we could skate by obliviously. Because that's the deal. As a parent, you endure pain so your children don't have to. This is also a book about vampires. They're that iconic American archetype of the rambling man, wearing denim, wandering from town to town with no past and no ties. Think Jack Kerouac, think Shane, think Woody Guthrie, think Ted Bundy. Because vampires are the original serial killers, stripped of everything that makes us human. They have no friends, no family, no roots, no children. All they have is hunger. They eat and eat, but they're never full. With this book, I wanted to pit a man freed from all responsibilities but his appetites against women whose lives are shaped by their endless responsibilities. I wanted to pit Dracula against my mom. As you'll see, it's not a fair fight.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?